A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory to you, Lord.
A leper came to Jesus and kneeling down begged him and said, "If you wish, you can make me clean." Moved with pity, he stretched out his hand, touched him, and said to him, "I do will it, be made clean." The leprosy left him immediately, and he was made clean. Then, warning him sternly, he dismissed him at once. He said to him, "See that you tell no one anything, but go and show yourselves to the priest, and offer for your cleansing what Moses prescribed. That will be proof for them." The man went away and began to publicize the whole matter. He spread the report abroad so that it was impossible for Jesus to enter a town openly. He remained outside in deserted places, and people kept coming to him from everywhere. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
So why are you here? I don't mean that in some heavy philosophical existential sense as in why do you exist, but simply why are you here? Why are you at Mass? We know why me as parents are here. They're here to present their daughter for baptism. Why are you here? Has coming to Mass simply become a habitual practice that we do? We don't even think about why we come, we just automatically do it. With the time of Lent approaching, it might be an appropriate time for us to kind of turn off our autopilot and become a bit more intentional and reflective about why we do what we do. I'll let you think about that while I tell a story. Once there was a wise man who traveled from place to place, and people really enjoyed listening to him, and even more so, they marveled at his generosity, because he was known for giving away just about everything that was donated to him. And once, when a wealthy benefactor gave him several bags of gold, he in turn passed those on to some people who were in need. And one of those who received a bag of gold was so grateful that he could now provide for his family. Yet as he began making the journey home, he would stop from time to time and look at the bag of gold, and something just didn't feel right. He wasn't sure this was the right thing. He was troubled. But he continued on his way, and then he would stop again and have this little internal struggle. And this went on for a while. Then finally he realized what was bothering him. And so he traveled back to the sage, and when he found him, he placed a bag of gold at his feet. And the sage said to him, "Is something wrong?" And the man replied, "No, nothing is really wrong. It's just that I've come to realize that a bag of gold is really not what I'm seeking. What I would like to have is whatever it is that allows you to be so kind and so generous." And I thought of that story because right at the end of our gospel passage today, Mark tells us that the crowds kept coming to Jesus from everywhere, much as we do Sunday after Sunday. Why were they coming to him? To be healed? To be fed? To hear him speak? Perhaps to get his autograph or take a selfie with him? Some would say that we are here to obtain graces. Now, I don't doubt for a moment that grace is given in the sacraments. But is that why you're here? I know it's not why I'm here. Are we here to ask for favors? To seek God's forgiveness? To get on God's good side? Remember, by definition, God only has a good side. Or do we come here Sunday after Sunday for something very much like the reason the man returned to the sage? Do we come here seeking to become compassionate as Christ is compassionate, as forgiving as Christ is forgiving, as understanding as Christ is understanding, as loving as Christ is loving? I would suggest that we come here week after week to unite ourselves with Christ and with one another while striving to become a little more who Jesus Christ is.